Hello, it is I, world famous Sweetwater beta gamer for Sweetwater beta number 14. And it has been a long time since I've done anything, well, not just with Sweetwater beta, but on this channel at all. But we're here, and there was a build that's been in progress since I want to say like October-ish last year. And the person who's been working on it, I think there's been multiple, but I only know one of them off the top of my head, has been kind of in and out of working on it, but they've done a good job from everything that I've seen so far. So, this is Shinkou, some kind of name, and this is about southwesterly of Sheepville. I started here because I didn't want to start somewhere kind of in the middle of what they've been working on, and so I just thought this was a good spot. There's a cool house over here, so we're gonna go look at this cool-ass fucking house. I don't know if my audio's loud enough. I'm gonna lower. And you know, I'll even do the music just a tad bit. So Scooter 2 and Key Stardust, they were the people who predominantly were building this. That's pretty cool. Oh. They were the primary people working on this. There may have been one or two others, but there are, I don't really know who they are. It's like a whale. They put your mama in this. And they've been wearing this since about October last year, and they took a break for a little bit, but they came back around the January time to keep working on this. Maybe it was even earlier than October. Maybe it was in like August, September. It's been quite a while. There's a spider over there. I don't even know where to start. We can start on the main buildings. I don't believe these go anywhere but just around the perimeter. And I guess up top. But this is the section I believe they were working on last. And if we hit the right button, you can see there's still some open spaces that they haven't built in yet. This project is not done. But I feel like it's done well enough that I can come here now and look at it and be pretty happy with like spending a video on it. I had a tour of this place once by Scooter, I believe. I'm not really sure what they've done otherwise. I don't think they have fences under here, so I can't really walk in here. So maybe I just want to leave and not risk that. And then they have a second one. You can never have too much bread or wheat. Something is happening here. It's like a little dirt castle. How do I get in? I haven't tried very hard, but I don't get it. Oh, yeah. So this is like a chair? Okay. Oh, is that it? Oh no, there's gotta be like more buildings. Like these are, you know, like there's gonna be like another door. Yeah. But what could this be? Could this be like a bedroom? Could this be like a townhome? Kind of gives me like townhome aesthetics, which I'm very familiar with because the area I live in, all they ever do is build more fucking townhomes. Ooh. This is about the size of the first apartment I lived in. That's pretty cool. Another one there. I'm guessing the rest of these are roughly about the same. Yeah. Yeah, there's just blank slots. I don't know what they're doing with these. I think at one point they were gonna build a general store, but they're not doing that anymore from my knowledge. I don't know what they I don't know if they did. No, they did do something with that land, because that's that area that's, like, straight in that direction, the top left of the next structure. They were going to do a general store, but I believe they changed their mind. Hey, February. GQ. Shehu. Guess they were also working on this. I don't know if I've ever seen them online, though. So I guess they've only ever played when I've been offline, but... yeah, something neat in the progress here. It seems like at one point they were going to build a path, and then... they got taken over by whatever this is. We've got this dirt structure. I'm guessing this is just like an outline for something. Van Valari. Oh yeah, I've seen them on. Actually, you know what? Keystar just invited some of their friends to play. So I'm guessing that and that are structures their friend built. Because I've seen Valari on like once or twice. They weren't on for particularly long, but I think they were mostly just playing with Key Stardust, and since Key Stardust is on a hiatus, they probably aren't particularly inclined to play much without their friend. And you've got a pretty traditional tree farm here. Nothing progressive about the design. They're going with the back-to-basics route. We've got... whoa. The metal foundry. Ooh. Coal. Buckets. A really long way down. Oh, okay, this is just where they were strip mining. Holy shit. And they ignored all the redstone. I love that. No use for redstone in this city. If you use it, it's banned. Outlawed. Where the fuck am I? I don't know why I appeared here instead of at the top of the staircase, but... that's chill. That's chill guy meme, you know? You remember chill guy meme from... like, a year ago? No, it wasn't funny at all. I do really love this tree, though. Because they use, you know, there's none of those, good god, the name is skipping on me. There's none of the cherry blossoms in old Minecraft, so they had to use the pink wool to imitate the appearance of the cherry blossoms. I think that's really cool. I think they did a great job. I also like how, you know, they built the tree at, like, an angle. It isn't just straight up from the ground. It's really cool, and then you have these in the water to represent, like, clumps of petals. It's such a, like, interesting design choice that I wouldn't have thought of, but I'm not the most, like, Minecraft creative person. And then you've got this, like, Shinto temple or something. It's an embassy of a distant land! Everybody, Van Valari and Sugarcane Warehouse. My assumption? For those of you who have watched the whole series or play on the server, this is going to be the embassy of Lake Town. The world-famous town that has 3 homes and no one of those homes plays. But this is like the Lake Town embassy in my mind. Because you got water, and lakes are water. That's kind of a lake. Some people might call it a pond. I disagree. It is really, like, pretty to just look. I think this has got to be the thumbnail. Just staring at it, like, from this angle. Kind of meet the thing in the middle. Boom. And then hope that my friend on Steam doesn't show up in the bottom right corner. It's called having friends problems. I know not everyone's familiar with that. I feel like there are dogs in here. Also, oh yeah, I think it's just like a fun little decorative. So this overlooks the lake. I want to say, well, Sheepville's off in, like, roughly that direction. Like, somewhat northeast. Northeast. South of here, I don't think there really is much of anything. I think there are things south, like, geographically of here, but not exactly in that direction. Oh wait, there's another way we can go up, I think. It's an attic. Ooh. Attics are scary. Have you seen Hereditary? It's the scariest attic in the world. Oh my god, there's a dog army. Oh my god, there's more dogs. Thank god they're not pit bulls. I wouldn't be coming out of here with my hands on my arms. Or my feet on my legs. Actually, it's getting night. I mean, we can look around at night. It can't be that many zombies or enemies, right? But that's mostly what they have for this first island. And then, of course, we looked at that house. Wow, would you believe that I'm getting a phone call right now? Let me go to voicemail. And also, let me turn on, like, do not disturb. And, that's pretty cool. Where's this phone call from? Why is it not sliding down? iPhone, why are you doing this? I have no idea. It's just gone. Sorry, I'm kind of enamored by this. I want to go on a quick adventure. Where did it go? I don't know. It's just gone. In my recent history? It's from Orlando, Florida. I used to live near there. Now I don't. I guess there's this too. There's like, these kind of remind me of like silos. But I'm not really sure if that's what it's meant to be. Like if these are silos or not, because I'm not particularly familiar with how like a forge works. Or an iron forge. So I'm not really sure, but that would be my guess, is these, would hold some form of material of some kind. I do really love this wall. Actually, if there's a thing here, we should try going up. Oh man, that clock tower just looks really good. And then we can go up one more, but that's just going to give us a slightly higher view. There's bombs on roofs, but I think we're fine otherwise. This bridge is pretty nice. I do like it. It is kind of interesting to have, like, these two, like, bases spread apart. Even though these are both technically run by the same people. I know that this one is kind of meant to be, like, a military-appearing base or camp. And this one I'm not too sure what the theme is, considering it has an embassy and a metalworking area all at the same time. Not entirely sure what's happening there, but it is neat. And as we wander into this new district, this is like downtown, Shinkou. With downtown missing block. We'll never know why this was destroyed. I'm taking my block back. So this is a library, and I feel like there's not that many libraries on Sweetwater. I believe Beanland has a library. And now, this place has a library. Cuisine. But I believe that's it. How many places here have libraries? Alchemy. I think they put alchemy here because this is, Key had a Full Metal Alchemist skin. So I imagine that's why that's there. Religions, Totally not a hot topic. Philosophy. Also not a hot topic. Culture. I found nothing about white people in here. Interesting. Social sciences, history. It's really cool. I think there should be more libraries in the server, but I kind of get it because making books is expensive. It is cheaper than it is in modern Minecraft because it requires less resources, but it is still, like, it's not the cheapest thing in the world. So this is the National Bank. This is where you can go and get your, your banknotes done. Oh, I thought the message appearing at the bottom was like a real message asking me to do something, but no, it's not. This is cute though. This is your currency exchange. Keeping office and rush bathroom. Bathroom review. It's clean. Bookkeeping office. Pretty good, pretty good. I'm down. It's back here. Yeah, this is just this and then the National Treasury. Gold. Out of curiosity, yeah, it is just like, oh my god. It is just a lot of resources. So if you've ever wondered why Sweetwater is entering an economic crisis, you can blame Key Stardust for hoarding all of the loot on the server. So this library, as I mentioned earlier, was supposed to be a general store, but they decided to go with the library, which is definitely a cooler choice than a general store, which I think a general store would still be cool to see. But the library is definitely a far more, like, unique idea to put in a server than a store. I mean, we already have a mall, and a mall is basically a big store. There's some chairs here. You can watch the trees grow, or you can watch the cobblestone, stone and cobble. There's another dog. I wonder if they have their own thing in the nether. Do they have anything here, or is it just going to connect to some random shithole? Oh, they kind of do. I imagine they destroyed all the glowstone anywhere nearby, though. I'm not even going to guess where that goes. Far away. And I'm guessing there is, like... Yeah, there's probably nothing really here. Well, back we go. Anyways, house review. So we have a house by Schlumpty. No, Schlumpty just reviewed it and said nice house. We don't know who made this yet. Protect your chest, bro. Nice house, by the way. That's true. Funny face. Nice house. Your neighbor on the island. Nobody flash. Nice house, Herobrine. Zadis. Site marked unsafe on 3/24/25 by players. Nobody flash. Onk forever and Zadis. Reason for closure. Onk forever found no blocks. Showing his player placed. Nobody flashes. Games crashed. When was that? That was in March of last year. God. Year anniversary of this. I have no idea where we are, by the way. I pressed those keys really violently. I apologize. You're just kind of in the middle of nowhere. That's cool. I'm glad that there's, like, people just building far away from civilization. I'm guessing they maybe... No, they couldn't even wild warp. They just sort of ended up here. But it really didn't throw us too far off. The house was nice. Maybe I should have left a sign. Who cares? That person isn't playing the game anymore, I'm sure. I'm gonna guess this is another mining operation. What if I'm wrong? What if I'm wrong? People are often wrong in life. I am wrong. I don't think it's a mining operation, but I don't think I'm gonna go figure out where this heads unless I find a minecart, which I guess I could make. Maybe at the end of this video. Yeah, well. They say God works in strange ways, and I guess this is one of those ways. Wow. So how's everyone been? I don't really know how to talk about this. Oh, this just goes here? Interesting. 2 minecarts in one another. Hope this doesn't break the game. But yeah, I've been busy. I've been a busy man. I don't have too much to say about being busy, because I think, everyone knows what it's like. And the busyness that I have faced is not particularly interesting or unique or worth talking about. So I won't really do that. At least not here. I kind of want to make more Forsaken videos, and maybe I'll talk about it there, because I think Forsaken has a lot more downtime where I'm not really doing anything. I'm just kind of looking for loot and avoiding monsters, and then here I have to more actively commentate about like what's happening. Anyways, here's your government bureau. Those are some words. I don't speak Japanese. Or Portuguese. Maybe maybe I'm being a little racist by saying it was Japanese. That's Japanese. I'm like 80% sure. Not too sure what that is. Like, this is like obviously a meeting room, but this is very curious. Like a board of directors, perhaps. I was gonna check for secrets. You never know if people are leaving a little funny secret around. It seems like this is just where they stored all their stuff for building, though. But it should give a good view of everything. They were working on something over there. That's new. I don't know what's over there. It doesn't seem like they built much, but that is like a whole new project. Oh, I'm gonna go on this building. What's happening there? Looks like an apartment building, perhaps. That's pretty cool. It does give a good view, and I love, again, I've said it already, I do love the clock tower. And they even have their own flag, which is really cute. There's a lot of dogs. If you punch one of them, you have to fight like a whole army of pit bulls. You're so fucked, buddy. This also kind of looks like their flag, because their flag is green with a white dot in green. This is green, white, green. It's kind of like it. I think there might be a real flag that's green, white, green, but I'm not sure off the top of my head. Maybe like Nigeria or something. Hearthstone building. Hearthstone? Don't get me started, bro. Golden legendary. Fucking whatever else. No, these are all apartments, and from my understanding, these do all look the same. You may remember earlier, I entered the building and I said, oh, this is just like my first apartment. These apartments are nicer than my first apartment. Like, my first apartment was a bedroom and a living room that had a kitchen attached and a bathroom. This just is nicer. Which is a little sad that my apartment was worse than this. Yeah, I do believe these aren't all quite the same. Let's go 2 floors and look. I just yawned. I wonder if that came through. Hopefully not. You do get a free bookshelf, though. So if you're ever bored, you can read. Free Shinkou sponsored book program, I guess. This is such a progressive city. This really is like, oh, Place America? Ew. Place Japan? Yeah. Military hospital. This was cool, I remember. It's with a medical director. You come in here, like, oh, your healthcare is canceled. Oh man. That's pretty cool. Your pharmacy storage, which this is a neat design. I also like that these kind of look like pills in a way. And then bookshelf. This is like an imitation for a bunch of like pharmaceutical items. This is pretty cool. And you can sit here. We don't have your medicine. Damn. And then this section's just pretty. I really like just building designs where they surround a more open field with stuff. I think it looks really cool, and not enough builds take advantage of such like a cool design choice. So here's where you sleep while you're recovering from war in Iran. That's topical. And it might be by the time I post this video, which will probably be today, where I'm recording it, it might be even more topical. So just look at the date and tell me, did the war in Iran, how did that go? Maybe don't tell me, because I'm going to know how it went. I'm not going to be happy about it. Here's where they feed you food. Hold on. Alright, sir. Here's your soy product. Aw, hell yeah. You know, it is a really cute building. And again, I love this middle section. It's very nice. On the 4th of November. I was wrong. This was not October or August or September. Kingdom of Shinkou 2025. By Key, with help from Van Valerie Crispin, Sonic UI, Scooter 2X, Luke 44, Fran, and Lucy. And I don't really know what those are. Chi-Do 550 and Bobby Master. So you can thank all of these people for, you know, helping this out. Next we've got the Department of Public Order. Ooh. Could this be a prison? Keys. Ah, leathers. That's cute. Oh, you know, can I get my friend out? I'm not gonna go back there and continue the bit, but you can imagine it's like a no. Bathroom. Really not a great toilet. Given this one, I get 3. Ooh, this is hell. They're gonna have to excuse me for 1 second, I gotta... Oh my god. The cell is huge! 2 beds this far apart? This is a humongous cell. What? They have an archives, that's cool. I wanna know why the jail cell is so humongous, though. Humongous? Fuck me. I really like also using sandstone. I feel like sandstone does, you know, it gets used, but it's not like the most common building material, especially in beta. Sandstone is expensive to make because it requires, I don't remember, it's like a bunch of sand. So it's like 4 sand makes a sandstone. It requires a decent amount of time to like create all of the sandstone and then build with it. They didn't do a ton of it, but I am always like happy to see people take like less common blocks and do stuff with it. Here's the military academy. You walk in, hoorah! Chancellor's office. Academic office. Here's where they tell you you're failing because you're fat and you can't be in the military. Dinner room. That's kind of cool. The yellow fridge is fun. Sorry, I yawned again. But obviously this is a classroom with 2 entrances. Another classroom. This is where they teach you about what you'll do when you go fight in Iran. Again, topical. Don't tell me how it went. Neat stuff, man. I didn't see this building when I was here. Maybe we entered and I didn't go upstairs, but I did not get to see this one. I think maybe Key just mentioned, like, oh, this is a military academy, and that was it. Now, when I got the tour, I did get to see the clock tower, which is cool. And man, last time we climbed up a tower this big, we were playing with that one guy in episode 1 who kept dying. He kept falling to his death in really comedic ways. That's where we're going next, and also probably where we're ending this, but... No, it's really impressive what they've done in just a couple months. And again, they played from like November for a couple weeks, and then December, January they were gone, and then February they were back playing again. So there was a short break they took. It's fucking raining. I hate the rain in this game. Cool. I guess I'm just gonna... Can I click that? I'm gonna book myself in for the night. Then hope I don't, get put into prison forever. But to say, if it's still raining, I'm not gonna be super happy about that, but it isn't. No idea what he's saying. So this building, do we go into that one? I already forgot where we've been. Cemetery Shinkou. Very true. Very true. That is the message. He'll never know what it is. Because then I'd have to explain how to set a sleep message, and I don't want to edit this video, so... that'll just be as it is. I'll figure it out at some point. Like, most of the people have a sleep message, which now that I think about it, I actually think that's not true. I feel like most people are not setting sleep messages. And yeah, we went in here, because this is the infirmary. The Church of Shinkou. You can go to the pews, maybe? No, but you can just go up if you want. WTH, like, what the helly? Is this a cross? It is! You can just walk up here. My brothers and sisters, today, we are, yeah, we're something. I don't know. I haven't been to a church in about 18 years. I was probably like 8 the last time I was at a church. And I'm not looking to change that number anytime too soon, so... You know, it is what it is. Academy's bathroom. Also, another person. Pluto Fluffy. Oh my god. You shit sound effect, and you wash. Because there's no water, so everyone in here is going to die of, like, transmittable diseases. You wash your hands with nothing, you touch food. You eat the shit burger. It's so over, man. And that is pretty cool, though. And I think over here, yeah. You get a pretty nice view of this place. I wonder if they're going to do anything over there. It seems like this is where they got a lot of their sand. Well, not a lot, but some amount of their sand came from here. I wonder if they're going to attach anything there at some point. Like, this could be like a beach. That might be kind of cool. Just a chill-ass beach to hang out on. We wander in here. Hole to stand in. Very cool. Oh, what could this be? No sign. Could be a reception. It's a receptionist. Okay. Long room. Definitely not a prison cell. They definitely haven't finished this building. There's not enough of a decorative touch. Oh, is this like a movie theater? Oh my god. Or... That's my guess. It's gotta be like a movie theater. Or a university. Like you're looking at the whiteboard. Professors up here, you know. John Dicks and whatnot. This does not look like a movie theater room. Nor does this. In fact, it's kind of impossible to tell what they were planning based on that. Getting stuck in a door. We love it. That's kind of it. I assume they must have built this close to last. I don't think that's older than the thing we saw earlier, is it? No, it is. This was probably like the last thing they were working on before they got off again for whatever was happening. That, you know, they have to do before they can play Minecraft. Probably some life stuff. You know how it is. Life is busy for everyone. Wow, that's unfortunate. So I'm expanding my video via this arbitrary like gameplay. Alright. That's Shinkou. This is a cool place. It's a public warp, so anyone can come here if they are interested. And if you are interested, I highly recommend it because there is just a lot of cool stuff, and I think it's fun to walk through. I think it'd be cool to walk through here at night. And maybe I should have let it remain night for longer. And maybe it'd be cool to walk through in the rain. I should have let it be rain. I don't know. But, no, you definitely should come out here sometime if you can, and just take in the cool stuff that the community's building like this. Maybe not even anything over there. But that will be all for now, and I wish you all a water-tastic Wednesday. Even though it's Tuesday. Stay sweet.